Hello everyone, VJ in the house. This is the deck report. I apologize about the other day. Sunday I think it was when I did a video and there was no audio for some reason. Or it was very low. This time we shouldn't have that problem. Let's start off with Kickstarter decks. First of all, the Bicycle Starlight playing cards from Collectible Playing Cards. 23 days left, they're already funded. It's a very interesting deck of cards. The court cards are basically standard. Number cards, the pips are pretty cool. As I mentioned, the cards have black faces, and I do believe that they got stars all over them because it's got a space theme. And each pip is custom and has stars within it. And they are all a neon green and white color. All of them, there's no black or red. It's all the same color, which is a little bit of a letdown, but I've mentioned that and other people have mentioned that, so maybe it'll be a change. The back design is very colorful. It's got yellow, green, blue, red, and black, and it's all kind of swirling into what looks like a black hole. So it's pretty awesome. It's borderless. It's good for fanning. It's definitely unique. My issue though is that CollectiblePlayingCards.com already has 2 decks that went through Kickstarter and have not been fulfilled. And they're also doing pre-orders for 2 different decks on their website, neither of which has been fulfilled. So they've got money from me and I'm sure a lot of other people for 4 different decks that we have not received. And now they're asking for more money for a 5th deck on Kickstarter. Where does it stop? Why do they continue to pump out mediocre decks continuously when they could, make these decks a lot better with a little more effort and release them a little less infrequently so that they don't create kind of a buyer burnout, if you will. But whatever. The Bicycle Calls from Gambler's Warehouse, another one who does that a little bit. It's funded. 70 hours left. Time is running out to pick these ones up. There's 2 different versions and colors. And you can also get the green and yellow Dragonbacks, Bicycle Dragonbacks. Last chance to get these ones as well, I believe. Then there's the Demon deck, which is a very interesting demonic looking deck. With demonic figures and zombie type figures and skeletons. It's already funded. They were only looking for $2,000. 20 days left. They have failed to mention that I know of as of yet who is producing them. When I questioned them about it, they basically said they had multiple different options. It really depended on how much money they made. Biggest concern with this one, however, is that they're only charging $2 for international shipping, and I know for a fact it costs a hell of a lot more than that. So the guy's going to be paying a lot of money out of pocket for shipping. Then there's a new deck that just launched yesterday, I believe. It's called the Royal Dinosaur playing cards, which is very interesting. The back design has way too much writing on it. It's always, it actually says Royal Dinosaur playing cards, and excuse me, and somewhere on there it also says the name of the creator, designed by No Reply Design or something like that. And there's just way too many details and stuff like that. The number cards are fairly standard, except they threw dinosaurs along the sides or the top or the bottom. And in the court cards, they got dinosaur heads and more writing. It's been funded barely. They're looking for $3,000 to just over that, with 27 days to go. Not my cup of tea. It's not USPC, more than likely at that funding goal, but whatever. Then there's the Bicycle Monster Montage cards, a relaunch for that one. Not doing much better than the original one. They're still just over a quarter of the way from funding with 15 days left. It's not looking too good. The Heretic playing cards, which I mentioned before, although it was a silent video that you couldn't hear, went live on Sunday. It's already funded. Was funded a day or 2 after. And 25 days left. Beautiful deck of cards, lots of interesting details. And currently, right now, it's the Lux or Light colored deck. If there's enough funding, there is a stretch goal for the Noctis deck, which is a dark deck, a dark version of it, which I'm certainly hoping it gets to that point. Speaking of which, Muertos, Day of the Dead playing cards, which was a black and gold deck of cards, has now surpassed $46,000, and they have unlocked the Morning Gold deck, which is a white and gold version of the same deck, which looks awesome. I definitely recommend checking that one out. Excuse me. Okay, then there is the Glitz playing cards, which is supposed to be a USBC deck. Again, just over a third of the way, they're looking for $12,000. And it's a very bizarre deck of cards. Fairly standard in the number cards and court cards and everything. The back design is interesting, but it's not overly amazing. And basically the whole theme is it's full of glitches. Basically there's discolorations, there's a lot of discolorations and blurriness. It almost looks like when you're looking at these cards that you have double vision. And I don't recommend checking out the campaign if you're epileptic, if I can actually say it, because you might actually get a seizure. I don't know, but it could be bad. It's bad when a deck of cards is hard to look at. So anyways, after the Glitz deck of cards, there's the Kingdoms of Erden, which still has 28 days left. They're only looking for $2,500, and there's still $1,000 short. It's going up about $100 per week at this rate. May not happen. And a USBC stretch goal is not going to be reached. Then there's the Flame Fractal playing cards. 34 hours left in that one. It is funded pretty well. Not USBC, and it's very colorful. The Borderline playing cards. Funded very recently, and it's still got 5 days left. Go check it out. It's pretty awesome. Goonies playing cards. Well funded, 6 days left. Only available to Americans, of course. Somehow they got over almost 1,100 backwards at this rate. Then there's the Kingdoms of a New World again, and it's already very well funded. I don't know how so many people are buying these when they already sold so many the previous time. But 22 days left in that one. I don't agree with it. They've already been funded. Why are they doing another campaign for it? And there's a new deck just launched today. It is the BE Refined Bicycle playing cards. It's a bicycle black edition refined. It's a very interesting deck of cards. The back design is not a very strong point. It's got way too much. It's a black deck with black faces and black backs, but it's got way too much black negative space on the backs. The faces, I don't mind. I like the pips. They're very nice. I like what they did with them. And the aces and everything. Court cards are fairly standard. And, you know, it is what it is. If they can fix the back design, it might be better. The goal is very high, £8,000, which is at least $16,000, maybe $20,000. It's a little bit high. For a deck of cards from the USBC, especially, and it's fairly standard. Then there is the Game Is On, Sherlock Holmes, and that one, by the way, only £700 so far, 29 days to go, not looking that good. Then there's the Game Is On, Sherlock Holmes based playing cards, which is a deck of cards that St. Tyree is involved with. It's very cartoony. I don't know if there's any images of court cards yet, but features animals for court cards based on Sherlock Holmes characters. Fairly standard pips. Back design, I don't know what that looks like yet. It's not doing well. It's about a quarter of the way with 21 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen, thankfully. Then there's the Cult movie cards, 23 days left. Almost funded, they're looking for £4,000, and they are a good £500 away from that. However, this one may have issues with copyrights and trademarks based on the theme, and USB-C being the printer, they're probably going to say no. But I don't know. Then there's the Hurricane playing cards. 4 days left. It's not even close. 4,000 out of $10,000 basically. So it's not likely going to happen. And I believe that's for two different decks of cards, so the funding goal is even pretty low for that. Then there is the Blood Splattered Zombie Exanimus 1963 playing cards. 6 days left. They are about halfway to their goal of £5,000. It's not likely going to happen. It's been going on for like 2 months now, this project, and it's just been very slow. Then there's Deconstructed playing cards with Royal Pips, as they call them. I really like that design that they use right now. It's simple and elegant and everything. Pips are interesting. It's only about halfway to the 7,500 funding goal, and it's 16 days left. It's possible, but at this rate, it's not looking too good. And Hot Cakes by Usai. 13 hours left, very well funded. If you didn't check this ones out yet, you're going to want to do so, so go check it out. The Morse Code playing cards, still sitting at a few $100s out of a $10,000 goal. They might as well just cancel because it's not going to make it. The Hawaiian playing cards by Home Run Games, 10 days left. Still $1,500 short of their goal. It's been very slow. For some reason, a lot of these home run decks struggle right to the finish, but they usually get funded in the end. And I don't know, maybe if I had a little more color, it would be better. Or if they didn't have 3 different boxes for the same thing, with one being twice the cost of the others, maybe it would be doing better. I don't know. Then there's the Bicycle Glory and Honor playing cards by Artisan Card Company. Not sure why I'm mentioning the name, but not even close. 12 days left. They need $12,000, and they are at almost $1,200. So that one's not looking good. The Synthesis playing cards, 15 days left. They're only at a few hundred pounds out of a 3,500 goal, and that's not going to happen at this rate. It didn't happen the first time around. It didn't happen the second time around either. And it better not come around for a third time. And that's pretty much it. As I mentioned, the Bicycle Elegance was funded. Graphique was funded. Aguila was funded. No surprise there. Elements by Alien Inc. was funded. And I'm sure there's a few others that I haven't mentioned. A couple more to mention. Conjuring Arts today released the final Owl Eyes deck. It is a purple scarlet, or actually they're calling it dark scarlet deck. It's basically purple, but they're calling it dark scarlet. And Deck Starter was launched a few days ago. 2 decks of cards you can get on there. They're already printed. They were printed for something called How Design Live, which is some kind of a conference or something like that. One of them was for Draplin Design Company, and the other one was for Debbie Millman, which apparently got lots of followers on social media. Lord knows there was quite a bit of deck of cards, quite a bit of these printed, especially if they're USB-C, at least 2,500. But now they are on here. So I'm just trying to figure this out. So the first one, Draplin Design Company, Thick Lines Edition. We're looking for a 10,000 goal in 10 days, or actually, I guess, I don't know how many days it was, the campaign was, but 9 days still left, It just launched today, so it's 10 to 12 days max. And they're about halfway there. This is for 700 decks, 750 decks, whatever it is. And a number of uncut sheets. The back design of these cards, very interesting. It is mirror image. There's a kind of a look at it. Pretty cool. Code cards kind of standard, but they're custom in orange and brown colors. There's a Joker, haha. And that's that. And there's only 2 pledge options, but you can pledge as much in the minimum pledge is $25 plus $5 shipping US. To Canada, I believe it was $15, and I'm guessing international is also $15, so it's $25 deck, which is not cheap, plus shipping. Anywhere from $30 to $40 depending on where you live. And if you want to, obviously, double the amount, which is not happening. The other deck that's on there right now from Debbie Millman is a Poetic Typography deck. This one's not doing so well. Only $1,500 out of a 10,000 goal. 9 days to go. I highly doubt it's going to happen. Only 34 backers. And the reason why might have something to do with all of this. Look at that. Code cards are standard, except they put Q's and lettering all over it. It looks like there's foil on that one Q. There's your aces. Just not very attractive looking. And then I don't even know what the back design is, but I think that's it. Red numbers. Yay. Now, one thing that they are doing that's kind of cool is these boxes. The tech box actually goes inside this box. When you slide it open, the lid actually slides open the other way, basically. It's very interesting. If you go to their website, you'll actually see they have a image of it, a GIF image, so you can actually see it. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that's what I've got. Can't think of anything else. I might have mentioned in the Sunday video, the One-Eyed Jack has a new collectible 52 deck, a second edition. It features the original black and white first edition Smoke and Mirrors, the original non-USPC Jack Sellers deck, which has a smooth finish and a one-way back design. Very hard to find those. And also the original blue and gold Monarchs deck, which again there's only about 120, 130 that were ever sold. So some very rare decks in there, and it's the more standard ones. It's pretty awesome. Go check it out before it's all sold out. And if you use the code JACK14, you get 10% off your order. By the way, another website you should check out is richiescardstore.com. If you go there and use the code VJose32, you get 11% off your order. So go check it out, richiescardstore.com. I'll see you next time.